Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back again with another G.I. Joe action figure review. In this episode, we're taking a look at the G.I. Joe Club.com exclusive Final 12 Figure 10 Tiger Force Tunnel Rat. This is an interesting figure to me in as much as I don't know that it was necessarily needed. A little bit of backstory here. For those of you that don't know, the G.I. Joe Club has been releasing lots of these good faction teams, and they were basically trying to catch up and trying to release as many of these figures as they could to kind of help complete what they call the modern era 25th anniversary and up. Before basically they stopped producing figures for the line. So this one was one of the final figures that we had not gotten before. Tiger Force version of Tunnel Rat, which was not a very easy figure to get in the vintage line anyways. So part of me is really glad they did actually get around to doing this figure here, even though it was one of the very last ones to be produced. The other part of me is looking at it as it stands today, and it basically looks just like the Sonic Fighters version of Tunnel Rat. So yeah, from that perspective, it doesn't look like it was really a necessary figure. But on the flip side, again, it seems like an easy figure to go ahead and turn out to get it as part of the collection. So I'm really glad of that anyways. Putting that all to the side, let's go ahead and move on to the figure itself. It does come on a very cool looking card here. We've got Tunnel Rat over here on the side, his kind of traditional pose here with the updated color scheme for the Tiger Force. One thing I am just now really noticing about most of these Tiger Force figures is I really miss the Tiger Force logo up here. So for whatever reason, that's not on any of these, but it is what it is. It's a Tiger Force figure, so it's cool anyways. Flipping it over to the back so we can take a look at that. We have the enlarged character art up at the top, the club exclusive number 10 of 12 on the side, and we do have the actual figure file card here. Let's go ahead and zoom in if I can get it to stay focused. Y'all are welcome to pause it right there and read through his file card. We do have the Tiger Force logo down there, so that's just puzzling to me that I just noticed that it's not on the front of the card is what's more puzzling to me than anything. But still very cool. I like seeing it down there. Yeah, I think that would have helped this a whole lot. Beyond that, let's go ahead and get this guy open up here. Handy dandy little X-Acto knife. Slice on it. Move it all the way around. Follow the bouncing ball. It's not bouncing, but it's not a ball either. Let's go ahead and pull this guy out and see what we got here. I do really like this card art. Tunnel Rat has always been a favorite figure of mine from the vintage line. Again, I did not have the Tiger Force version of him, so this is nice to have in the collection anyways. Throw that card to the side for the time being, and let's see what we got here. A little bit of tape here holding a couple of accessories, so let's go ahead and slice that out. There and there. We have this cool bullet chain here, which is, I always love these bullet chains. So we have the cool large caliber M60, very nice, his kind of signature weapon. We've got the cool looking flashlight here in the nice lime green color, I guess I would say. We have the actual figure itself, very nice. And we have the figure stand. Sorry, very cool looking. So let me toss this little piece to the side as well, and we'll go ahead and zoom in and take a closer look at the figure itself. I like it a little bit better out of the package, to be honest with you, so far. I wasn't sure how well I would be digging this guy, but he does look much better out of the packaging for whatever reason. Accessories. Let's start with this thing here, the figure stand. Traditional 25th anniversary figure stand. 2 foot pegs, the raised G.I. Joe logo on the top. Codename Tiger Force Tunnel Rat on the front. The 2007 copyright on the back side. So traditional 25th anniversary figure stand. Battle stands. These things are awesome. I love those things. We have this cool bullet chain. We have seen various iterations of these bullet chains in the past. They have always impressed me. I really like it here. Got a nice two-tone. We've got the metallic bullets and then the brown leather strapping thing here. Very nice. We also have the crazy M60 here. Some really nice detail work on this thing here. We can get it to stay in focus here as we turn it around here. Catch the light. We've got the bipod on the front, which is removable. So if you press backwards on this thing, it should just slide out. Is it frontwards? That's actually frontwards on this one. So push it forward, the bipod pops off. And there's a little tab thing right here, a little notch. That lines up with this little notch thing on the front of the actual weapon itself. Line it back up, snap it in place, and you're good to go. It does not fold down or anything. I think I would have liked it better if it had. But to be honest with you, I end up popping this thing off and not using this stupid bipod. But it's nice that they include it anyways. We'll stick it back on there for right now. You'll also notice on the actual M60 here, you've got this little, if I can get the light to hit it, little notch here above the handle itself. That's actually made so this little thing here should in theory pop in here and kind of lock into place. Some of these do much better than other ones, but you kind of press in real hard right there and, well, that obviously didn't work. But in theory, you can get that to attach there, like so. And you've got the cool ammo feed for the M60, which is a nice little touch. I've always really dug that little bit. So, very cool looking. It also functions without the thing on there, so that's really cool. The other accessory we get here is the cool flashlight. It has a little bit of detail on it. You can actually see if you get real close in, there's a little bit of texture there on the actual hand wrap. Nice little button there. And then the actual lens thing here. So, very cool looking. I do like this thing. And it actually fits in his hands pretty well. So just slide that in there and he can kind of go around shining his light down the tunnels and stuff. So, very cool looking. I like that. Let go of it now. Okay, moving on to the figure. Almost to the figure here. We got a couple other accessories here that, well, I'm counting as accessories anyways. We've got his cool TNT satchel. Move his arms up, slide that satchel off, and let's take a look at this thing. So this is a really cool bag here. TNT logo. The paint job is a little weird in that it didn't actually have the paint all the way attached to that thing. So, same color as the flashlight, so that's nice. Some really nice detail work all the way around. You can see the stitching on it, the nice buckle. Some cool fabric-y things here. Texture on the actual strap itself. Just a really, really nice looking explosive satchel. So, very cool looking. We also get a holstered pistol on his front side. And guess what? That pistol is removable, which is awesome. The original vintage version had this molded in, and this is just one of the really nice things they did with the modern line. With most of the figures, they got these cool removable pistols and holsters, and that's just really awesome to me. So some really nice detail on this thing here. Nice revolver. Very cool looking. And I do love the fact that it just fits so nicely in that holster here. Pop that back into place there, and you're good to go. The rest of his vest thing here, his bandolier, is removable. You can pop that off, but I'm not going to count it as an accessory. I'm going to count it as part of his costume. Looks really cool, though. The actual figure itself here has some nice detail work here. It's a pretty decent head sculpt. This is the same one we have seen since, I guess we got this in the Renegades line originally. It works pretty well. It's still not 100% of a head sculpt that I really wanted. It comes pretty close though, so I'll give them to it. To me, it seems a little stretched vertically. The problem with the original one that we got in the, I guess it was the Rise of Cobra Walmart 2-packs. Or no, it was the comic book 2-packs. Sorry. Him in Storm Shadow. That figure, it was squished vertically, and this one, they've kind of elongated it just a little bit too far for my taste. I would love to have seen a head sculpt that was somewhere in the middle of these two. But this one is not bad, actually. And the makeup, the face paint, actually makes it look a lot better. So I'm actually more impressed with this one than some of those previous figures that we've seen. He does have the standard do-rag there with the nice tiger stripes on it also. Very nice looking. He does have his bandolier handkerchief thing tied around his neck there. It's in a nice bright yellow color for whatever reason. He has kind of just a standard costume here. Standard t-shirt. He does have the cool pouches all the way around on his pants. Nice bright metal buckle, which is weird, but very nice detail though on those pouches. Cool looking gloves. Nice textures here on the pants. Some kind of weird boots with some like metallic tips on them. I don't really know what's going on there, but and some cool looking tread on the bottom of the boots. So all in all, very nice looking. Again, nothing too special. The bandolier is probably the coolest thing, with the cool pistol there in the holster. And if you get real close, you can actually see the some of the leather texturing work that they've done on that holster. Just really awesome looking. And his little smoke grenade thing there on his belt thing. So very cool looking. Where did my focus go? Get back here. There we are. Follow. I don't know what's going on here. So anyways, see if we can pick up on my hand and refocus. There we go. Articulation. The head does spin 360 degrees. We have a lot of good up and down motion, side to side head tilt there, so very nice there. Standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joints. Standard ball and swivel here at the elbow joints. It's a little stiff here, but it's there. There we go. Just a regular swivel joint here at the wrist. You get the standard waist twist, chest twist feature here. We get plenty of ab crunch motion going on there, so very nice looking. Standard T-hooks at the waist, full side to side motion, full front, full back. Get this arm out of the way so it'll quit doing weird focusing on me. Full backwards, we get a double knee joint, and we do get a swivel and a rocker there at the ankle joint. So all in all, really nice articulation on this guy. To be supposedly one of the smaller figures in the set here, This thing actually does impress me pretty well. I've always, again, really liked the Tunnel Rat character. It's really nice. So, the Tiger Force version of this does not add a whole lot and doesn't really do really much to excite me, but the figure itself is a really good figure here, so I can't really get upset about it at all. And I'm actually surprised about that. So I was not expecting to really like this figure all that much, but I don't know if it's just the fact that it's Tunnel Rat and it's just done really well, if that kind of gets around the fact that it's still a kind of an unneeded figure, but it's a cool unneeded figure. So I'll go ahead and get him armored up with his weapons here, put his flashlight in there. It's a little bit weird that we do have two of these ammo belts. One that he's using as the bandolier, and then one that's a separate thing. You can just kind of strap that around his side if you want to. It looks a bit weird, but it is what it is, and I'm not going to really complain too much about it. I'd rather have it so you can attach it to the actual M60 there than to not have it, I guess. And again, you can wrap it around his upper chest if you want to. You can do an X with it if you want to, but that's really just nitpicky stuff to me. This actually turned out to be a really good figure here. Really surprised. So, yeah, it's Tunnel Rat. It's a cool figure here. For whatever reason, this one and the Sonic Fighters version of the figure itself haven't really gained a whole lot as far as secondary market value. So you can still get this one pretty easily. I think the Tiger Force version is a little bit cheaper still than the Sonic Fighters version, so I would probably suggest going with this one over the Sonic Fighters version, simply because it's just cheaper. But it's basically the same figure, all in all. But yeah, it's pretty cool. The only thing I really don't like is the yellow bandana thing, so I don't know. That's my opinion anyways. I'm digging this figure a lot more than I thought I was going to at the beginning of this review. So take it with a grain of salt. It turned out pretty cool to me though, so I'm digging it. Go pick this guy up. That's all the time we've got for today. So thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that the notification button if you would like to be notified when we have new videos coming down. You can also check out some of our backlog of figure reviews. We've got some cool stuff out there. If you'd like to see something specific, let me know that in the comment section as well. I will do my best to get it out in front of y'all. Let me know also just what you think of this Tiger Force Tunnel Rat figure. Did it end up meeting your expectations? Is it not quite what you were hoping for? Or if you know any specifics about the original vintage version, drop those in the comments section as well. Again, I didn't have this figure from the vintage line, so this one is new to me, but I'm digging it so far. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. And until next time, Yo Joe!